Hey guys, it's William here, Firebrew TV, and welcome back for another low budget, low quality production of Firebrew TV. Working on day number 2 of the SJPorr 2014 Homebrewers Challenge, working on the beer reviews, and as you can see I got 3 of them lined up here tonight. If you're wondering why I'm doing this format, well, you can go back to last night's video and kind of catch up on why I'm using this format. Hey, before we go any further, let's talk about our gold sponsor for tonight, Yakima Valley Hops. Yes, these guys have got hops, and you need hops, you need pellets, you need flower hops. These guys have them. They got hops from Apollo to Zeus. So check these guys out. They've got the selection that you need. And I'm going to check them out, definitely. So, YakimaValleyHops.com. Thank you for being a gold sponsor for the 2014 SJPorr Brew Challenge. We certainly could not have this worldwide virtual gathering of homebrewers without gold sponsors such as Yakima Valley Hops. So, thank you again for being a gold sponsor. Okay. Let's get right to it. Want to keep the video short, try to keep it shorter than I did last night. Went into the refrigerator and pulled out 3 somewhat similar beers, and going to do the review portion on those tonight. For those of you that, or for you guys that this may be your beer, and you may be thinking, hey, he's going to rate my beer against another. No, that's not what's going to happen. I have already actually done the rating and the scoring of your beer off camera. Did that. I rated your beer independently, and this is just the on-screen or the video feedback, so to speak. This is a Brew Tubers homebrew challenge, and we need to be giving that feedback on YouTube and giving that video feedback to each of you. So, in the essence of time, since I'm doing, I've got the what am I trying to say? Oh, since I've got the deadline of the 14th, and today is the 9th, I've got to get a lot of beer done. So 3 more lined up, and obviously I wanted to get some common beers. I didn't want to be rating a milk stout on the same night I would be doing an Imperial IPA. So trying to get some that are similar. So pulled in the refrigerator, and tonight we're going to do brown ales. And tonight's beers that I've got for you is MA080US, which is right here. In the middle we have JA101US. And over here on the right, or my right, your left, is CH145US. So similar brown style ales. And so let's get right to it. You see I've got them all poured for you and just got them back out of the fridge. As you can see, here are the bottles, and here is MA080's label. Very nice artwork there. Like that one. And let's look at this one here. So as you can see, and in terms of the aroma, on this one I really noted that the caramel forwardness of this beer. And when I first took got the aroma off of it, I was getting this sweet aroma out of it. And as it warmed, it really became more like cinnamon to me. So that's what I got out of it. Don't ask me how I get that, but that's just what I detect with my my nose. Next, let's look at the appearance, and it shows pretty well. And I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that. Let me put a light up to it. You can see it's a little cloudy now, but when I looked at it initially, it was hazy. It's a reddish, kind of a reddish brown. It's a lighter color, so it is in the brown family, but it is lighter. I didn't quite get the red ale component to it, but it is a very nice looking beer. And flavor, It's very malt forward for the style for a brown ale, so you get a lot of the maltiness. It's warm, especially as it sits out for a little bit, and as you sip it, that maltiness keeps coming out at you. The hops are in the background, and there is a slight bitter finish to it, so it does finish very nice. Let's see, what am I looking at? Oh, the mouthfeel, very warm again. There's a slight bittering. I have another note there, and I can't quite read it now. It's getting bad when you can't read your own handwriting. But at any rate, the mouthfeel was pretty good to it. And so overall, the malts are forward, which should be for this kind of a beer. It's a very nice beer that you can sit and sip. I kind of envision drinking this one on a cold fall afternoon. So very nice job on that one. MA080US, and this is Morris Brewery. I hope he doesn't mind me putting that out, but. Anyway, let's move on to the one in the center here, and this is JA101US, and this is the Hop Copper Ale. Label's kind of pulling off there, and if you kind of read these things, you get the recipes. This one, when I was looking at it, I didn't when I scored it. I wasn't seeing the recipe in the notes, but it is on the bottle itself on the side. And I did note that he used some 2-row Munich, Crystal 120, some chocolate, a lot of hops in this one, or a lot of different hops. Some Apollo, Falconer's Flight, Amarillo, Centennial. Did a 20-minute whirlpool with this one. That was a good touch. And San Diego Super Yeast. And dry hopped with some Citra and some CTZ. Now, I've got some CTZ that I'm using in a California Common of all things. So I did some hop substitutions and had a pound of CTZ that I need to start using. So tried it out. It's the first time I've ever used it. So we'll see how that works out. But anyway, let's get into this one a little bit. This again is a copper ale, and what I noted in this one, and that comes out in the hop schedule, is it's when I first opened this one, it had a really thick head to it. It was almost a little overcarbonated. I may have poured it a little fast too, but I had this really thick, billowy head when I poured it initially, but it settled out very, very nicely. And when I was getting the aroma, oh man, you could just, even though the head was sitting up this thick, you could just get the hops coming out at you. So it had a lot of hop to it, and this one was supposed to be, because they called it hop copper ale. So he wanted to really kind of showcase the hops. I think he did a good job of that, even while kind of keeping the malt flavor out there as well. So it's kind of a balancing act there, and I think he pulled that one off pretty good. It had really good bubbles coming up. It's nice, clear. I think I poured this when it got some sludge in it on this time around, because I think it's not going to show as well. Yeah, it's a little hazy now, but it poured initially very clear and was very nice. Had a nice bubble storm coming up in it. There was a great hop kick to this in the flavor. I really like that. It really kind of got that punch of the hops. And the malts really supported the hops though, so it wasn't too much of the hop coming out at you. So it wasn't like somebody tried to take a brown ale and turn it into an IPA. You get the hops, but it's not overpowering. So very good job there. Initially there was a little bit too much carbonation. This one's been sitting in the refrigerator, capped back off for a little bit, so some of that pressure is gone away. So you're not seeing as much of that, but. Overall a very nice beer. It settled to be very nice and balanced, and so I thought that was a well done job. Okay, last but not least, let's look over here at CH145US, and this is the Brown Eyed Beauty Brown Ale, and there's the label on that one, and here's the beer. You see this one's probably the darker of the three that I'm looking at tonight. One of the things that I noticed with this one in the aroma was it really had a malty, bready texture. And when I say bready, I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean that, that's just what I got out of that was, it wasn't yeasty. It just, it was like opening up a bag of some of that fresh loaf bread that you get, that just the artisan bread, and taking a big aroma of it. That's what I got out of that. So that was good there. This one I got some chocolate out of that, and that really kind of come from the recipe where he used 2-row, some chocolate, roasted barley, C40 and 120, and some biscuit malt, special B as well. So he used a lot of different malts in this one. His hops were Fuggles and Belma, so there's some hop in there as well. In the chocolate is what really comes out in this one for me. It came out in the aroma. It also comes out in the flavor, so I noted that as well. There is a light hop bitter, and you don't catch the hops on the front side. You really catch it late in the back side when you taste it, and also in the aroma as well. The appearance, it had a nice brown color. There's a little bit of a red tint to it. I don't know if that was intentional, but I caught some red in with that. It was clear, light bubbles. The only problem I'd say with this beer was there's no head retention to it, and that's kind of consistent now as well. If I turn these around, you can see just not compare the three together, but you can kind of see just for kind of a give you a sense of scale. This one really does not have a head retention, although it is carbonated adequately. It doesn't taste flat. So again, a nice aroma to it, malty with the chocolate notes. The carbonation went away quickly. It never really had the head retention to it. And that would probably be the only thing that I would say would be a downside of this beer. So yeah, nice job on all three of these. So that's the review for tonight, and want to give a shout out to and a cheers to our three brewers tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Cheers to all of you. Thank you for stopping in and watching tonight. Another review coming tomorrow. It'll be day 3 of 7, getting all the way to the deadline of the 14th when the Southern Hub closes its review period. So I'm William, it's Fire Brew TV. I'm going to be out for the evening. Cheers to each of you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.